Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be sharing my 2023 Best of Bath & Body Works fragrance. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. It's almost semi-annual sale time, and I wanted to take a look back at all of the 2023 fragrance releases from Bath & Body Works, as well as share my favorites of the year as we approach the sale. I've already made a video on my 2023 Best of Victoria's Secret, and I'll link that in the description box if you want to check that out. In that video, I mentioned that as the year goes on, I feel like I can get distracted by the shiny new stuff and forget about the scents that came out earlier. But there are some Bath & Body Works fragrances that stood out enough to keep me reaching for them throughout the year. My favorites will include both new scents and re-promoted body care fragrances, and I'll also share some thoughts on what I think about this year's releases overall at the end of the video. This is a great time to think about what fragrances you might want to pick up in the sale. And I do have dedicated videos on virtually everything shown in this video, so you can check out my Bath & Body Works playlist if you want to see detailed reviews on any of the scents featured. And if you want to see mini reviews or what's coming up on my channel, you can join me over on Instagram at Claire and Bloom. And now let's get on to my list of favorite scents. I'm organizing my picks by season, and sometimes it's the season a scent was released in, or it could be when I feel it's most appropriate to wear, but I'm roughly going in order of release. Starting with spring, first is Among the Clouds, which was released as a signature scent, and has notes of wild berry skies and whipped vanilla clouds. And it's a soft, warm berry scent with bright citrus and a bit of an airy quality. The berries are sweet and candy-like, and there's a subtle vanillic sweetness. On one hand, it's kind of a generic sweet fruity scent with berries and vanilla, and it is on the lighter side, but I still enjoy it, and I find it easy to throw on when I want a soft, sweet scent. I haven't seen that this is being discontinued yet, but it does seem like it's getting close to that time. Next is Blooms Suede from the Wrapped in Comfort collection, with notes of white raspberry, pink petals, and vanilla cream. This is a fresh, slightly tart raspberry scent with a light floral note. It also has a soft, creamy sweetness with a subtle vanillic quality. I like this one from the start, but it's grown on me even more, and I found myself reaching for it a good amount. Then I have Iced Lemon Pound Cake from the Bake Shop collection, which has notes of sugary glazed icing, pure lemon zest, and fluffy pound cake. And this is a very gourmand scent with sweet frosted vanilla cake, as well as some lemon, which I don't find to be very tart. The lemon intensifies at first, as does the icing note, which smells like sugary vanilla. But as it dries, the lemon fades, and I'm left with a mostly sweet vanilla frosted cake. I love lemon scents, and while I wish the lemon was more prominent, I still enjoy the scent, and I think it pairs nicely with lemon perfumes. And I also have Sweet Petal Pound Cake from the same collection, and it has notes of candied rose, raspberry swirl, and frosted bun cake. And this is a powdery rose scent with a light raspberry and a vanilla cake note. The cake note fades as it dries and just leaves a bit of vanilla sweetness. So this isn't really a gourmand scent to me, but I love powdery florals, so I still really like it. It just feels delicate and pretty. Then I have Gingham Vibrant from the Gingham collection, which has notes of wild blackberries, candied violets, and soft vanilla. And this is a sweet, powdery, fruity scent with dark, fresh berries, along with candied violets that are sweet and powdery. The vanilla gives the scent added sweetness, but it's not overly sweet or sugary. I really enjoy powdery violet scents, so I think this is really beautiful, and I'm so sad that Bath & Body Works discontinued it already. This is my favorite gingham scent, but I also like Gorgeous, Love, and Heart of Gold. And for summer, first is Amethyst Waves from the Wanderlust collection, with notes of dreamberries, wild blooms, and soft sandalwood. And this is a warm, woody floral with a berry sweetness. The berries feel fresh and dark, and have a grape-like quality to them. And the floral is soft and smells like a mixed bouquet of wildflowers. It's airy and subtly sweet, and it gets sweeter as it dries. It's not anything super unique, but it is a change from the berries and vanilla formula we often get from Bath & Body Works. Next is Sunset Glow from the Sip and Serve collection, and this has notes of fresh coconut, sparkling cherry seltzer, dreamy moonflower, and caramelized vanilla. And it's a bright cherry vanilla scent with a light floral note. It has soft, creamy coconut, and it's really sweet and delicious. This is a re-promoted scent, so it wasn't new to me, but I feel like it was especially good this year, and I love the sweet cherry and creamy vanillic sweetness. Then I have Whipped Coconut Milkshake from the Salt Shack collection, which has notes of vanilla ice cream, toasted coconut, and sugared amber. And this is a slightly sweet, fresh coconut scent that has an airiness to it, as well as a bit of creaminess. It also has a soft warmth from the amber, as well as a bit of a toasted, sugary quality. This is a lighter gourmand with a soft, warm sweetness that I think is perfect for summer, when I want a sweet coconut scent, but not something heavy like coconut cream pie. Next is Wild Sand, which was released as a signature scent, and this has notes of prickly pear fruit, cactus flower, and warm agave nectar. And this is a warm, fruity floral with a subtle syrupy sweetness and a hint of muskiness. It also has a bit of that soft, sweet wittiness that's in a lot of popular fragrances, which elevates it a bit and gives it more of a perfumey quality. It's familiar, yet a little different, and I think it was overlooked a bit when it first came out. Then I have Midnight Blue Citrus from the Grotto Faceted collection, with notes of juicy citrus, fresh spring water, and sweet mango. And this is a pretty straightforward fruity scent with a lot of natural sweetness. It has bright citrus that feels a bit like orange, along with lots of sweet, sweet mango. The fruit feels juicy and fresh, and there is a bit of a watery quality, but I'm mostly just getting a nice mix of orange and mango. Moving on to fall, first is Everlasting Magic from the Halloween collection, which has notes of bejeweled berries, phantom petals, and magic musk. And this is a sugary sweet berry scent, and the berries have a sugary quality to them, as if they've been dusted with powdered sugar. The floral note is very soft, and the musk gives the scent a light, clean feeling, so it doesn't feel weighed down by all the sweetness. It started to smell more like cherry as time goes on, and I've been reaching for this one a lot. I hope they bring it back next year, but they probably won't. Next is Black Cherry Merlot from the Fall Faceted collection, with notes of dark cherry, black raspberry, and sumptuous Merlot. And this is a sweet, syrupy cherry scent with some dark berries and a bit of a boozy quality. The cherry is mixed with a dark raspberry, but I feel like the cherry is more prominent. There's also a bit of a boozy feel from the Merlot, but it's not overly alcoholic and it doesn't overpower the other notes. I love cherry scents, so I'm glad to finally have this in body care. Fall in Bloom was re-released alongside this one, and it's also a favorite of mine, but I didn't reach for the new one as much this year, so I included Black Cherry Merlot instead. Then there's Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte from the Fall Traditions collection, which has notes of pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallows, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. And I'm surprised this one is in my favorites, because I usually don't care for this scent because I don't like pumpkin. But I think this version actually smells more like a sweet, creamy vanilla marshmallow with a bit of spice and woods than it does a pumpkin latte. I find the pumpkin to be very light, and I don't get much of a coffee note either. So this is the first Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte I'm actually going to keep in my collection. Next is Sunrise Woods from the Fall to Table collection, with notes of creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. And this is a warm and cozy scent with sweet berries and a lot of sandalwood. It's sweet and creamy, and the added woody warmth makes me want to reach for this a lot in fall and winter. I think this is a staple scent that everyone should have in their collection. And then I have Cozy Vanilla Bourbon from the Soft Living Vanillas collection. And this has notes of warm bourbon, dark fruit, and vanilla liqueur. And it's a warm vanilla with hints of fruit and a slightly syrupy boozy note. It doesn't feel overly alcoholic, as the bourbon and vanilla liqueur feel more syrupy and a bit woody, as well as being very vanillic. It has a dark quality and a soft, creamy vanilla sweetness, along with a bit of a toasted feel. I know a lot of people were sad that similar scents like Bonfire Bash and Fireside Flurries didn't make an appearance this year, and this was a good substitute for me. Then for winter and holiday, first is Luminous, which was released as a signature scent, and this has notes of ruby currant, gilded iris, and praline amber. It's a warm, sweet, powdery floral with hints of red currant and a bit of a dark feel. It opens with a bit of a sparkling quality, and I like the mix of slightly sharp red currant and powdery iris, along with a sweet warm amber. It's similar to scents like Lancome's La Vie Belle, and it has a very perfumey quality. This one has had very mixed reviews, but I really love it, and I picked up the perfume as well. Next is Dahlia from the Beveled collection, which has notes of velvet dahlia petals, crisp pear, praline musk, and whipped tonka bean. And this is a warm, fruity floral that turns into delicious creamy praline and vanilla, along with a touch of powderiness. As it dries, the fresh pear and initially sharp floral soften, and the praline and tonka add a lot of creamy vanillic sweetness, as well as a softly nutty, caramel-like quality. It's really beautiful, sweet, and floral, and I'm so glad they brought this one back. And I do believe it is going away during SAS, so grab some while you can. Then there's Strawberry Snowflakes from the Festive Forest collection, with notes of juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. I was pleasantly surprised to see this return this year, and it's just such a delicious strawberries and cream scent with a little brightness from the bergamot. The strawberry feels fresh, and the cream has both a vanillic and powdery feel to it, kind of like a strawberry milkshake or whipped cream dusted with powdered sugar. This is in my top Bath & Body Works scents of all time, so I'm really glad to see it make a return, as I initially expected it to be a one and done. Next is Vanilla Bean Noel from the Holiday Traditions collection, which has notes of fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, sugar cookies, whipped cream, and snow-kissed musk. This scent seems to change slightly from year to year, and I think this year's version is really nice, and I found myself constantly reaching for it. It's a super sweet creamy vanilla with sugary caramel that smells really delicious, like a sugar cookie frosted with vanilla icing and drizzled with caramel. I think this scent sometimes gets a bad rap, but I still enjoy it. And finally, there's Ballet Nights from the Ballet Core collection, with notes of wild plums, glowing amber, and tonka cream. And it's a warm, woody amber scent that has some fruitiness from the plum and a vanillic sweetness from the tonka cream. The woody amber gives it a warm, perfumey feel, as well as a hint of powderiness. I think I like this one a lot because it has hints of blush cardigan in it, which is one of my favorite Bath & Body Works scents. And since they didn't bring that one back, I think this is a good alternative. So that's it for my 2023 favorites from Bath & Body Works. I feel a bit mixed about this year's releases. There were some really nice scents, but a lot of my favorite scents of the year are actually re-promotes, so it doesn't feel like there were a ton of standout new scents. I also feel like more scents from 2022 would be my top Bath & Body Works fragrances, and there are some that I was really sad to not see return this year, such as Bubblegum Pop, Enchanted Candy Potion, Blush Cardigan, and Wrapped in Vanilla. If I had to pick my top 5 mists of 2023, they would be, in no particular order, Gingham Vibrant, Everlasting Magic, Cozy Vanilla Bourbon, Luminous, and Dahlia. There are other scents that I love, such as Strawberry Snowflakes, but I haven't worn it a lot recently, so I didn't put it in my top 5. Let me know what your favorite scents were from Bath & Body Works this year, and I'll see you all soon for semi-annual sale. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.